Alright everybody, today we're going to be explaining on how the Happy Wars prototype setup is going to be working. First step you're going to need to do is install all three of these. Now MongoDB might have some issues with installation, but if it does, just go back to the website where MongoDB is and then download it from there. And if there's still an issue, just contact me. Radmin VPN, I also heard for some people it just doesn't work. So you can use Hamachi, or you might have to check some information with your Windows installation, see why it's not working. But once that's done, you're going to want to extract this file, the Xenia Web Services main.zip. You're going to hit OK. Then once that's done, you're going to want to go on the folder that was just created. And then you want to go inside the same folder again. And then you're going to be brung in here. Now what you're going to want to do is go to your Windows button and then type in MongoDB Compass. And once that's set up, and here you're going to want to hit add new connection, and you're going to see your MongoDB URI or URL. And you want to copy this, and you can close out MongoDB now. And what you want to do is go into the env template, and you want to double click on it and then open it with a notepad or whatever text editor of your choice. And then you're going to see this. What you're going to want to do is replace this whole line with this, the MongoDB URI, and it's going to be your whole thing. And then don't forget your port number needs to be specific to you, to yours. So you see that I'm 27017. So you're just going to want to paste that in there, and then you're going to want to hit save. And once that's saved, you're going to want to close out of this, and you want to right click on this template and rename it and completely get rid of the .template at the end. Once you're done with that, you can have this file saved, and you're pretty much all set to start up the setup script. So you want to go look down and see where it says setup.bat, and then you're going to open the file and then hit run. Now, before you do anything, what I like to do is open Radmin VPN. So whoever you're playing with or whatever server you're about to host for, they can connect to you and get the web services for Xenia. So you want to turn it on, and I made myself my own server. It's a Happy Wars, and then password Happy War, but I'm gonna make a couple of others for place. Anyways, so what your first thing you want to do is hit 1 and then enter to set up your server, and it's gonna let you know that you're gonna need the Node.js version and the npm version. You're gonna hit any key, and it's gonna start installing it, and just give it 1 second. It's gonna start filling your files, and it may add up to 100 to 400 megabytes of data into this folder. You shouldn't go past that. And once it says the server setup is complete, you can just hit any key. So I'm gonna hit any key. And next thing you're going to do is hit 2 and then enter on your keyboard. And it's going to close that out and then start running the server. So as you can see, this is the server, and it's running through localhost, which is, this is your localhost number. It's just in the IP address form. But this isn't actually how you're going to be connecting through it. How you're going to be connecting through it is through Radmin VPN. So as you can see, since you are hosting, this is going to be the server IP on how they connect to you. So what you're going to want to do is copy this IP of yours, and then you're going to test to see that it works. You're going to go to Microsoft Edge or any browser of your choice. You want to do this, 26 blah 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 or whatever it shows up for you. And I'm going to, I believe my port was 27017. And yep, as you can see, I got information that someone just tried logging into website and it's refreshing and working just fine. So what do you need to do now? Well, it's simple really. Now you need to go to your Xenia folder. So I'm gonna go to my Xenia folder, which is right here. And you're gonna wanna go to Xenia Canary Netplay Config TOML. Reload. And what you're gonna wanna do, which I already did it here, but you're gonna wanna scroll. You wanna scroll down until you find live, which is around line 354. And once you're done, you're going to want to go to the first line below live, which says API address. And you'll want to replace this text with your IP that you just copied. So it's going to be for me this, and then which my port is going to be 27017. And then you're going to put a slash at the end. And then you're pretty much good to go. You can save and then run the emulator. So I'm going to run my Xenia. I'm going to go to NetPlay, API addresses, and there is my link to connect to the emulator or my server. To close this. Then you need to set the network interface to Radmin VPN, and then the network mode to Xbox Live. And once you're done with that, you can hit F9 or drag your XEX file into Happy Wars. But since I already opened Happy Wars recently, I can just hit F9 and launch Happy Wars. Now, since I don't have anybody to help demonstrate this with, and since my virtual machine thinks it's me, I can't run 2 instances of the game and have it connect to each other. But you can see that there is data being sent through the servers and whatnot. It's probably not going to work properly due to the fact that nothing's logged, nobody has played online yet. But everything does function normally. Multiplayer works, demo mode works. There was an option for online campaign at one point, but this build didn't have the finished variant. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And to show off that this is working, if we go to Xenia Web Services and let this refresh while we're right here on this screen, as you can see, my name just appeared under this IP, and yeah, it works. But that's pretty much it. If there's any questions, just ask in the Discord, ping Mako, and I'll try my best to help out, or I'll just forward it to the Xenia Discord.